As promised, here are the pictures from Gypsy Rose's new book that apparently is being returned and burned. My Time to Stand. First, we have Gypsy and Rod, the dad that she absolutely never saw growing up, so she had to make sure to have the caption, "My dad and me at the gumbo games during one of the few times we saw each other when I was a child." Then there's Dee Dee. This is actually really adorable. Look how cute Dee Dee was, my goodness. But the mother that she offed, matricide and all that. And the caption reads, "My mom with her birthday cake." Oh, is there candles there? Do you think she knows her age? Hmm. Then there's Grandma Emma, who, wow, was actually a pretty young woman, much better than the pics that we saw, because I think we were shown certain pictures to make her look a certain way, but I won't say more about that. But the caption reads, "My grandmother, Emma, holding my mom as an infant." Look at how cute Dee Dee was. My goodness, looks absolutely nothing like Gypsy. I don't know where Gypsy, oh, I was gonna say I don't know where Gypsy got these genes from, but we know, we know. Microdeletion. Then there is beautiful Dee Dee at one of the beauty pageants. The caption reads, "My mom at age 18 and her trophy after winning the ROTC beauty pageant." Look at how pretty she was. Look at how young and full of life and all her dreams and life was ahead of her. I bet she had no idea that a decade later or a decade and a half later, her own daughter would off her. No clue. There's a picture of where she used to live, and the picture is titled "The Blue House," where my mom and I lived before my uncle inherited it. What is with her and color-coded houses? There's the pink house, now there's the blue house, but that house is really cute though. Much, much, much cuter than the pink house. I'll give it that. Then Gypsy put a picture of herself, me, at around 1 year. Really? Life was simple when you were one? Wow. And life is not simple for you now? You literally get paid because you offed your mother. Next. Oh, I'm sorry, in your words. Thank you. Next. Oh, look, then it's her and Kenny Boy. The prison photographer, who was also an inmate, took this photo of Ken and me right after we got engaged. Poor fool has no idea what he's in for. Look at him. Look at his face. He's like, "What did I just do? I'm standing here. I am so uncomfortable. Smile for the camera. Don't let her know. I don't want her to kill me." Then there is Gypsy and Rod, her dad, at the gender reveal, and the caption reads, "Well, I didn't have my father's presence in my life until now. My daughter will be blessed to have such a loving grandfather in her life. Here I am with my dad, Rod, at the gender reveal party, where dad discovered he will have a granddaughter to teach how to fish. Photo credit, Michelle Matriciani." I don't know how to say her last name, but yeah, no comment about this one. This one was interesting. I'm actually a little surprised that she included this one. It's a report from CPS or DFS, I guess they call it there. It's different in every state. Here it's CPS. But this is going to be a doozy to read, so here we go. On October 26, 2009, I was dispatched to 2013 West Volunteer Way, a location in Greene County, Missouri, to meet with DFS and speak with an individual in regards to a child at that location. Cough, cough, not a child. I arrived on scene and made contact with DFS caseworkers Jessica Clayton and Marlene Screnson. Screnson informed me that there is a child identified as Gypsy Rose Blanchard residing at the address with her mother, Claudine Blanchard. DFS advised that Claudine claims her child is paralyzed from the waist down, has MS, cancer, and other medical issues. According to the DFS hotline call, St. John's Hospital contacted DFS and informed them that a doctor had checked on Gypsy and her alleged medical issues that Claudine claims Gypsy has. According to DFS and the hotline call, a doctor could not find any symptoms that would support what Claudine alleges to be wrong with her daughter. Just a little side note, I'm in editing now. I read it as Scorenson. It's really tiny on my screen because it's my phone, but I'm reading it again and it's Sorensen. So I said it wrong, but it's Sorensen. Anyway, According to the hotline, Claudine provided different personal information on Gypsy. Due to the inconsistent birth dates and lack of medical diagnosis, DFS wanted Gypsy checked on to ensure she was not endangered in any way or a missing juvenile. They also wanted to ensure that Claudine was the biological mother to Gypsy. DFS and I made contact with Claudine and Gypsy and spoke to them about the situation. Claudine stated they are from Louisiana and left there during Hurricane Katrina and came to Springfield, Missouri area. When confronted about all the inconsistent information that they had provided to the hospital, Claudine stated that she didn't know why the birth dates and personal information were wrong. After further investigation, it was found that Claudine had a bad marriage and got a divorce. Due to her fear of her ex-husband, Claudine had changed her daughter's information at the hospital so that her ex-husband would not be able to find them. And the caption reads, "Notes from the time the Department of Family Services visited us in Springfield." So, I mean, of course Gypsy put this in there because it supports her version of events, aka the lies. Okay, we know that Dee Dee lied, right? We know Dee Dee changed the records. It doesn't mean that she changed them for the reasons that Gypsy says, because Gypsy's a psycho liar, as we know. Dee Dee did it for fraud reasons to keep Gypsy's age low for money. Not because of what Gypsy claims, not because there was abuse or anything like that going on. Gypsy, like I said, is just a psycho liar. And she had to include this to be the victim once again and make her mom a monster. Make her mom a monster in her death, no less. All she does is villainize this woman in her death. She had an issue with people hosting a peaceful vigil. A peaceful vigil for her mother. Why? Why, Gypsy? Really, why? Oh, look, Gypsy got a certificate. She actually got a few certificates while she was in prison. I actually have all of them, but this is the one that she included in the book. It says State of Missouri Department of Corrections Certificate of Achievement. The certificate is being presented to Blanchard with an E, so I guess sorry, Gypsy, you don't get it because that's not your name. This is not for you. But Gypsy Blanchard, her prison number for successful completion of impact of crime on victims facilitator training. And the caption reads, "Throughout my time at Chillicothe, I signed up for multiple 12-week-long classes. These certificates of completion are valuable reminders of my search for understanding." And they are completely pointless because you have not changed, you have not learned anything, you are a fraudster, a grifter. What other words can I think of that you are? A manipulator, a psychopath, a gremlin, a possum. I mean, I could go on, but you get the point. This means absolutely nothing if you don't take it to heart and change from it, and you haven't changed because you don't even take accountability for offing your mom. So, thank you. Next. This is a police interview that Gypsy apparently found. It's between the police and her mother's friend Jane, and it reads, "While speaking with Jane, she stated she has known the Blanchards for approximately 10 years. Jane first met the Blanchards when they moved here from Louisiana. She was working with the hospitality house at Mercy Hospital, where they met when Claudinia would bring her daughter, Gypsy Blanchard, for treatment. When they first met, Claudinia told Jane that Gypsy had surgery in Louisiana for issues with her spine. Jane said she was told surgery was when Gypsy was a child, and it caused paralysis, making her wheelchair-bound. Claudinia also confided in Jane that she was involved in a bad vehicle accident in Louisiana, where she suffered leg injury, causing her to also need a wheelchair. Jane stated she believed Claudinia suffered from psychological issues. Over the past 10 years, the two shared many conversations in which Claudinia stated she was bipolar. Do you see the parts that are highlighted here? All of that part. And now let's look at the parts that are not highlighted. And thought often that people were watching her. Jane said she believed Claudinia filed a complaint with the Aurora, Missouri Police Department in 2006, claiming a male was looking into the windows of her residence. I noted that a previous phone conversation I had with the Aurora Police Department revealed all records prior to 2008 were destroyed. when their data server crashed. Claudinia also told Jane during several conversations that Claudinia felt their house was haunted. At one point, Claudinia also taped over her camera on her laptop, telling Jane she believed someone, and then we can't see the rest of it. But then the caption reads, "Soon after my release from prison, I pored through my medical files. Along with them were my case files, where I discovered this police interview with Jane, a friend of my mother's, who recounts my mom's mental illness." Okay, so one person recounts that Dee Dee said all these stuff. We know that Dee Dee lied, okay? We know Dee Dee lied. We know that she lied for fraud. That doesn't mean that she was like this sick woman in the head. I mean, I don't know, maybe she was, but regardless, is that a reason to be almost decapitated by your own daughter? I think not. Sorry, Gypsy, you put this in there again to make yourself the victim and villainize your mother, which is disgusting. She's dead. Why do you keep trying to villainize your mother who cannot defend herself? What is wrong with you? And then if you're wondering why people do not like the book and do not believe a word you say and are returning it and are burning it, this is why. This one is very interesting. It reads, "One of our class assignments in prison was to illustrate what our crime looked like and the impact it had on the victims. This is a picture of my Habitat for Humanity house in a frame, and the frame is cracked. In the shards of glass are all the people who were affected by my crime, and it was me using a hammer to break the picture they had in their minds. On the hammer I have Nick's name, seeing him as a tool for doing this, not hiding behind excuses. I take accountability. This is what I did. Why I did it didn't matter." And I think you're full of shit. And it's supposed to be everyone that was affected by your crime. I see a lot of people missing from that picture. And you drawing a picture of you holding the hammer and breaking the glass is not you taking accountability. You taking accountability would be your actions. Actions over words, Gypsy. Always. Learn it, do it, be better. So yeah, those are all the pictures from the little psychopathic possum gremlins book. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure you guys have things that I haven't even thought of, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the pictures because they are all very interesting and very telling in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things, and I love you all. Bye.